Hello guys, welcome back again on my YouTube channel. If this is your first time joining me, my name is Prestango. This is where we come on every week to analyze trade, the ones we took, the one that hit our stop loss, take profit, or even the one we are currently holding. Like what I have in front of me here is AUD CHF. I have been analyzing this pair for close to 3 weeks now. If you check my previous videos, you know that I have been calling AUD CHF short for a very long time. And currently I'm still in this trade. I'm still holding it, although I have taken out some of my position, and I'm still holding this thing. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to swing this trade to the final TP here. So it's either it come back and hit my break even, or we can add more trade if the market could be able to clear this level very well. If I can say very clear to this level and retrace back, I might be adding to my trade. So guys, let me walk you on how I entered this AUD USD if this is your first time. So let me walk you guys how I spotted this trade. First of all, I did my analysis on a higher time frame. Like sometimes monthly. I went on a monthly time frame to see where the market is heading to. That's the general flow of the river, and I spotted that the monthly time frame is bearish. Then I scaled down to the weekly time frame, and the weekly time frame was also bearish, and now I saw this huge retracement to the upside, and the thing was starting with this level here. You can see that is the level the market came here and go up. So the market came and touched this level. Then I saw this push to the upside, and I know that the market is about to turn to the downside with these candlestick patterns that is here. If you are familiar with candlestick pattern, you will know that this is a shooting star, this is a doji candle, this is also a doji, and with this big engulfing weekly candle that that's the weekly engulf it with. So I scale down to a lower time frame like daily to see the trend, the immediate trend of the market. Now when I scale down to the daily time frame and I start to see the structure of the market, the down structure, that I start to be seeing it so clear, and the market was making lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and this is a current lower high, and I was waiting for the market to just close below it so that I can be able to enter for a sell. But I don't enter my trade on a daily time frame. I have to scale down more to a lower time frame like 4 hours, to refine my entry more. And I scale down to 4-hour time frame, and the market was still trending upwards on the 4-hour time frame. You can see it was still making higher high, higher lows, higher high, higher lows, higher high. Then he now created equal lows and created a lower high. This is when I knew that the monthly time frame is bearish, weekly is bearish, the daily is bearish, and the 4-hour time frame have now come to change structure to move to the downside. So how I get to know about this structural move is that the market, if the market wanted to continue to the upside, it would have created another higher high, but it failed to create another higher high, and it now created a lower high. This is what signifies me that, bro, this market is about to turn to the downside. So I waited for the market to close bearish, and I saw this big 4-hour engulfing candle. Immediately the candle closed. This is where I entered a sell. I entered immediately here, and you can see, and there's a pattern this thing was forming, like head and shoulder pattern. So assuming you missed this entry here, you could have waited for the market to come here, retest back to the neckline, and at the close of this 4-hour time frame you would have entered. But I entered early based on the higher time frame confluence that I have, and I know that the market is going down regardless of whatever it's trying to do. So I saw this pattern, head and shoulder pattern, because this head and shoulder pattern was happening on a 4-hour time frame. Before I trade the head and shoulder pattern, I must see that head and shoulder pattern forming on a higher time frame like the daily or the weekly. If I see any chart pattern forming on a lower time frame like 4 hours, it's not that it will not hold, it will hold, but it will not be that strong as a chart pattern forming in a higher time frame. So this is why I get in on this trade. This was my first take profit target, so I took out let's say 70% of my profit from here. Then I'm now holding 30% of my profit, and my final target is around 0.5052. That's this psychological level that is here, 50502. This is where my final take profit is. So if I'm going to enter to this market again, I have to wait for the market to clear and give me, like the market broke down and retest back and create a lower high. I want this market to come and give me another lower high so I can be able to trade for. But for now, the market is still somehow consolidating around this minor support level here. It's still consolidating around this area, so I've been looking for it closely to know what we will do next. So the next on my list is on gold. So if you guys can remember the last time on my video last week that I analyzed gold, I told you guys that I was waiting for gold to retrace back to this level. Out of that time, gold was trending around this area last weekend that I analyzed the market. So I told you guys that I will be waiting for gold to come back to this level. Let me go to the lower time. So the market was around this area, and I know for a sure that the market have changed structure. You guys can see very closely, I always trade a trending market. I don't just jump on a trade like that. So on a daily time frame, this is where you will see this trend very well. On a daily time frame, the market was trending upwards, and if you can see, I caught some of the move here. So I was long for a certain time before I now changed bearish, because the market came and broke this level that is, let me just remove all these things. So at a time, I was bullish on this pair on gold because of the candlestick pattern that the market was giving me around this level, this candlestick rejection, this daily shooting. This is a daily hammer with pin bar. So the market was just forming. Then I was longing until the market came and hit my stop loss. Although I went out with a profit, and the last trade I took, the market hit me out on a stop loss. So I waited patiently for the market to know what it's going to do next. Then the market reached and started to retrace back, and I said, okay, that if the market can be able to come back to this level and give me a sign that it wants to go to the downside, I will follow it to the downside. And this guy can see the market came and tested back and closes with a daily bullish, a daily bearish engulfing candle. So after this close of this candle, this happened on a Thursday. Then Wednesday, the market came to retest back. Let me go on a lower time frame so you guys can see. This was a close, and I knew for a sure that this market will not move to the downside unless it will come and create a lower high. So this is what I always look for on a lower time frame if I want to enter. So I have to wait for the market to change structure, even if my daily, my weekly is showing me that I need to sell. But on a lower time frame like 4 hours, I have to wait for the market to change structure, because 4 hours is still bullish. At a time, this 4 hours candle, it is still bullish. So it was still trending at the upside, and this was the previous, okay, this was the, you can see this was, let me show you. This is high, higher, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Then it fell to create another higher high and created equal high. Then create another lower low, lower than the previous low. You guys can see this is supposed to be higher low, but it was lower than the previous low. And see the two low, it engulfed the two higher lows and formed another new lower low, and now come back and created a new a new structure that is a lower high. Then when the market created that lower high and closed with a 4 hours bearish engulfing candle, so this is where I entered my trade. So if you guys can see, this market changes structure here. If I can be able to bring out this thing, sorry, let me take it off. You guys can see this thing shifted from being bullish to bearish. This is how I normally love to trade. Then the market came and closes with this big engulfing candle because it broke this low, retests back, and it closed it with a big engulfing bearish candle, and I entered for a second, and my stop loss was around this area. So you can also enter this market if you haven't seen any trades for the week. This is the trade I'm currently in. I entered it at the close of trading section on Friday. So I'm currently holding this trade, and this is where my first level target is, and this is where my final level target is. So on Monday, if you want to jump on this trade, you are free to jump on the trade and trade with me. The next on my list that I'm still waiting for is AUD The market has not presented to me an entry yet, so I will still be monitoring the market for a potential entry. I need a pullback to this level, or let the market come and create a lower high for me. Same scenario with the GBP CHF. I want the market to come and give me a push to the upside, give me another leg to the downside, a lower high, so I can be able to enter it. Then next on my list is Euro USD. I'm still waiting for Euro USD. If Euro USD can pull back to this level, I might be looking for buy. So Euro USD, I've been analyzing this Euro USD for a very long time now, and the market is just acting funny. I just want the market to come back to this level, and I will look for entry, or it might decide to come lower to this major resistant level that is here. The resistant level that have turned to a support. So I want it is either it come back to this level or this level. So either of the level that the market decide to come, I will have I will just look for a trade opportunity there. So guys, this is it for today's video. I don't want it to be so much long. I just want it to be simple and significant. So this is the one I'm currently in. I haven't seen any other entry point here, and this is the one that I'm also trading. I'm also in a trade a trade on a gold. So you can also join me on this trade on Monday morning, or if the market open, you look for another entry to execute your own trade. Maybe you will just look and enter with your own entry pattern. This is how I enter my own trade, and my trade is currently running, as you can see. So if you want to know where I normally drop my signal, just check my description under this video. You will see my Telegram channel link there. I will paste it there. Just click it, join it, so that you cannot miss any of my signal. All these trades that I analyze here, that is where I normally drop the signal. I can't come on here on YouTube and drop it. So I have a channel. If you want to join, it's not by fault, it is free. It is not any paid subscription on anything. It is just free, so that you will make money when I'm making money, and you will also lose when I'm losing. So that's hard, so that you will not say that all this thing I'm talking here, I'm not even implementing it. So there you will see, just go there and check the history of all the hotels that I have posted, how well we are doing in that channel. People are happy, people are cashing out, we are making money. We haven't had more than 3 to 4 losses in a row. It's not only one loss. We have other 1 or 2 losses we had since I opened that channel new. So the whole result is so positive. So if you want to join us, it is free. Just check the description below, check the link, click it and join, so that you can be able to be making money when I make money. So guys, thank you for joining me. Thank you for staying to this extent. I will see you guys on my next videos. Peace.